Hey guys, welcome to Clash Hole's next war recap video. Today I'm bringing you the recap of our war with Last Wolf. They had a pretty good war, so good job to them. But we pulled out the win, 26-23, and let's see. They did miss a couple of their attacks, 4 of them. As always, we nailed out 100% of our attacks. I will show you how they did on our bases. We actually struggled with their Town Hall 10s. We used all our attacks, and I don't know what happened. We used 2 attacks on both 1 and 2. I don't know if that's ever happened where we've ever failed that hard using 4 attacks on Town Hall 10s. Anyways, luckily our Town Hall 8s crushed. Our 7s, I think we had Titan Hawk. Yep, she's a 7. She did a good job. Cleaned up down bottom, and our Town Hall 9s took care of business with their Town Hall 9s. So it's nice when the guys up top just really struggle and the rest of the clan carries those top guys. So personally, I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Sorry for sucking. I'll be better next war. All right, let's show you guys some replays. Let's start down bottom. These didn't get erased, right? All right, good. All right, so let's start with Lurker. We're gonna watch 2 Lurker attacks because he had a 6-star war, so good for Lurker. And we're gonna watch Lurker take out Unleashed Kitty. Now this is a mass hog attack. So first he does a clan castle draw, so we'll fast forward to that. Oh, I shouldn't have fast forwarded that. It doesn't matter. A couple to get the clan castle and to pre-trigger great bombs, which he's pretty sure over here and here. Now he gets the 1, but this one over here, not one there, or it's just set a little bit back, and he didn't get far enough in there to clear that out. Anyways, gets that clan castle draw, pulls them out so they're close enough where he can use the poison, and takes down that balloon. Uses the second poison, takes down the drag. And then he starts dropping in mass hogs from the top and figures that these open spaces here are probably Teslas or great bombs. Seeing how no Teslas are popping up yet, probably great bombs. So he's going to have to drop his heals. He does lose a couple of hogs on that left side because he didn't pre-heal that bomb spot. But he's still got a pretty good pack on the right side. And luckily he did pre-trigger this great bomb down here. So that heal should keep all of his hogs up. He does have that king beating on it and a couple of skellies, and he doesn't have a poison to help it out. But he does have an extra heal in the bag. Drops that right there, and he's still got a pretty good size pack of hogs taking down this air defense, that archer tower, and then they're going to turn on those skellies and that BK and take him down. Now, he is pretty light on troops. He drops some wizards to start doing the cleanup. He drops them all in the same place. I would have kind of liked to see a couple of things. 1, spread those wizards out a little more. Less walking time means faster destruction. And 2, put the wizards away from where the hogs are. The hogs are going to clean up pretty quick. So now you got this big group of wizards beating on a wall when they could be cleaning up all this crap up here. Not to mention the builder hut in the corner. But can't be too critical. He does get a 3-star. So those wizards finally break in, and they take out that high hit point clan castle. They start to bust into the core. The hogs are making their way around. Last wizard down here with a couple of archers helping it out, picking up these small buildings, and it's just clean up from here. So really my only criticism on him is that second heal spell. Pretty sure that when no Teslas popped in the middle, there's going to be some great bombs there. Could have done a pre-heal there, and when you drop those cleanup wizards, spread them out a little bit so that way they're a little bit faster. That way you don't have to worry about running out of time. Luckily, we got that extra 30-second timer, so time's not as big of an issue, but better safe than sorry. All right, let's move up to Lurker's next attack, which is a dragon attack against their number 7. It's nice to see. A lot of times guys will just stick to one style, and they'll use it over and over, but Lurker, not so much. He uses hog on one base, because he thinks he can pre-trigger those great bombs, which worked out pretty well. And then he uses dragons on the other base with the BBQ. And so there, obviously, you see him pull off that BBQ, take down that air defense that's near the clan castle. And then he starts dropping a couple of starts dropping a couple of dragons to make his funnel, and then drops in the mass of the rest of his dragons, and they are going to funnel right to this southern air defense. He does drop his rage there to get that air defense killed as quickly as possible and to take down that enemy clan castle dragon as quickly as possible before it gives him too much trouble. Then he drops in his balloons. They catch some of that rage, take out a couple of troops, and then that haste gets them right to that last air defense really quickly. So that was a great drop for that haste. It was perfectly placed, and the loon drop as well, because it went right where you wanted. It passed right through a couple of defenses. He used those defenses against the defender because it drove his loons perfectly. So now he's still got 6 or 7 dragons up, 7 I believe it is, and all that's left really of any risk is these Teslas in the middle. There is that one archer tower, but not too much is going to bring down all of these balloons. So let's just fast forward. He does lose 1 to the black air mine there, but it doesn't matter. He's still got 5 left, and now there's no defense left that can touch him. All they have to do is clean up these last couple of defenses and then get to the corners, and then that is that nice little 3-star. Another thing you can do with dragons, since he's attacking from here anyways, you can drop that very first dragon to take out this corner, and then when it moves up, start with the rest of your attack. It'll just save you an extra couple of seconds at the end, so that way it doesn't all your dragons don't have to go all the way from one corner to the other, and you don't have to worry about running out of time. Again, like the last attack, time is less of an issue now, especially at Town Hall 8. You have the extra 30 seconds, and there just aren't that many buildings to go through. Alright, next attack. D37, pulling off a 3-star with the Mass Hog. Now, D37 likes to pull the clan castle, kill the troops, and then drop his king basically as a meat shield with a bunch of wizards behind to start taking out buildings, and then right behind them, the hogs, which isn't a terrible plan. His wizards don't take a lot of damage because the king takes it, and by the time the king is starting to get kind of hurt, the hogs are in just wrecking all the defenses. So he does lose a couple of wizards where the king is out of range of the defenses, but those hogs are in pretty quick, so they're doing work. His king is no longer in danger. His wizards are already making those corners and already doing cleanup. So as far as the time of the raid is concerned, the cleanup happens so fast. He does drop in his heals nice and early, which is great. Pre-healing, where those great bombs probably are, which worked out perfectly. He does lose some hogs to spring traps, and he's got some skellies chasing him. He's got his hogs running through this last little bit, and luckily they double back through that same heal spell, keeps them at full strength. The defending king comes out, and he starts targeting the wizards. Luckily, those hogs finish off that last defense, and then they start attacking the king. The king does take the last of them down, but these wizards have all ganged up on the king. He's going to lose a couple of wizards, but they are going to take out the king before anything bad can happen. He jumps that wall, they shoot him, he's dead. All that's left is cleanup. Now, he doesn't have any hogs left to help with the cleanup, but because he dropped those wizards so early, they've been doing cleanup since the very first seconds of this war. Now, unfortunately, they are going to have to beat through this wall to get to the town hall, but they only have 2 walls to beat through. He's got a mass of wizards plus his king. They're going to get through this wall real quick. These double great bombs are already triggered, and so there's almost no risk here. Take down that town hall and gets the 3-star. Good job, D37. Nice mass hog attack. All right, so next we're going to go up to number 4, and we're not going to watch Brent 3-star this because we already recorded that on the Creeper Lurking video, but we are going to watch Little Lumber, Town Hall 8, go up to attack the number 4, and it was mostly a scout attack, but it was also a loot attack. So Little Lumber is me, by the way, and I was pretty confident that I could at least get to this town hall, if not pull off a 3-star and hopefully trigger some great bombs or some Teslas. I thought there would be Teslas in the core and maybe great bombs in this area and this area. But as you can see, I dropped the quad quake right there to open up both those, or rather all 3 of those compartments. And I'm doing a go Vawi. So I got a couple of golems going in. Oh, this is also a... No, this isn't a cleanup attack. This is a first attack. But based on what the other Town Hall 9s and 10s had, I was pretty confident that there was going to be a hound in the clan castle. So I basically just ignored it. And I dropped in my rage and my heal in the core to take out as much as I can. Now, I was hoping my troops would funnel into here to trigger these great bombs. As you can see, I triggered 2 great bombs there, which is nice. But they did avoid that compartment, unfortunately. So I couldn't find all of the great bombs. And also, there's always a possibility that they're up in these compartments. As a Town Hall 8, I can't check them all. But I do get up to 43% 1-star, which is pretty solid. And there's some pups left. So I draw them out. And then I smash them with some archers and a couple of minions. And I leave myself a handful of cleanup troops. These archers and minions give me a couple of percentage points. And then I just drop the last couple where there's a couple of free buildings. And I work my way up to the 50%. I should have put all those barbs on just one of those builder huts. I would have probably taken it down. But it doesn't matter. That one minion has a good spot. I could have had another minion up here to get, another 2 or 3%. But I end up, I think, getting 54% when I take down this cannon. Oh, no, I ran out of time. 53%. Either way, Town Hall 8, go va we to basically do a scout attack and to get myself some pretty solid loot. So I was pretty happy with that. And then our next attack is Iceman 3-starring their top Town Hall 9 using a Go-Ho. Now this is a pretty good attack. He has 2 golems, and I believe he's got a 3rd in the clan castle. Yep, he drops it right there. Drops in his golems to start making his funnel. Puts his queen behind it pretty early, which is a little bit risky because you don't want her to take a walk. Usually you're going to do wizards behind it first to make that funnel, but he drops the wizards immediately after the queen, gets the funnel made really nicely, and the queen goes exactly where he wants. So one of his golems is already dead. He still has one in the bag, and he did drop a couple of hogs while those defenses were preoccupied on the golem to start taking out those start taking out the defending buildings, to let his heroes get inside, take out the defending heroes. As you can see, the king already smashed down the queen, and the queen is sitting there ripping house, sending a couple more hogs, take out those Teslas. The king has already pre-triggered one of the great bombs in the core, and over a third of this base is already just wrecked. There goes another great bomb, so that's 2 of the 4 great bombs already gone. And if those are double spots, which they could be, there's those 2 empty spots next to that, then he's got almost nothing left to worry about. Drops in his hogs from the south, and they start to work their way up. He does drop a haste on them, which is unusual. Works really well, though. They do trigger that second bomb in that great bomb set, and the heal keeps them up, no problem. Now he's got this huge pack of full health hogs taking out this last cannon. They're going to turn on those skellies, and then it is easy cleanup. The only problem with this is he doesn't have any cleanup troops left. He doesn't have any wizards to deploy. So if he did catch a stray great bomb or one of those double sets, like over here, something like that, this would have been a fail because of cleanup. But he doesn't hit those double bombs, and that hound is still over here beating on this golem, who's going to take down these gold mines nice and slowly. His pack of hogs is going to just start ripping through this base. He gets a split here in a second, and just takes a set. We're going to go ahead and ×4 this as he gets his cleanup on, takes out the rest of these, and luckily that golem is keeping that hound out of everyone's way, goes out, takes out that last builder hut, and that is the 3-star. Very nice attack, Iceman. Good job 3-starring their top Town Hall 9. And that is that. So, our current war, we are going up against Market Street. I already briefly touched on this in a different video, but it's a really even matchup. 2 10s, a handful of 8s, a 7, a 6, and a 5. And then they have, I said 2 10s, I meant 2 9s, excuse me. 2 9s, a handful of 8s, a 7, a 6, and a 5. Also, this is our 100th war. Excuse me, not our 100th war, our 100th war win, if we are successful, which I am confident we will be. So we're at 99 right now, so this is a nice little milestone for us, and although we did have a pretty nasty loss to Glory, I mentioned that earlier as well. It was a pretty rough matchup, but and then we had that loss to Secrets, which it is what it is. Can't win them all. We've got a pretty nice little run here, so hopefully we're going to keep that up. I'd like to get a whole page of just a sea of green. That's my goal. So let's see how that works out. We're going to go ahead and we're going to end this video like that. I appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And that is that. So I will see you guys around. Good luck out there.